Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I am going to verify hopefully another Lily box. I'm also going to show you guys some stuff that I sent to be reholdered, and how it looks to go through that process at CGC. I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm going to show you guys my hits from 750 Pokemon Go booster packs, and I'm also going to show you two orders that I got switched on eBay. So a lot of stuff, random stuff going through there. So first up, I switched this order with this order on eBay. The guy who bought the Zap and the Blackout deck received the black and white box, and the guy who bought the black and white box received the Zap and the Blackout deck. I'm not sure how I switched these two. All I know is I'm very happy that I was able to get both of them back. The buyers have been refunded in full, looking at almost $7,000 in total that had to be refunded between the two. Well, actually, it was over $7,000 between the two. It was getting close to $8,000 if you factor in the fees and different things that they had to pay. So I'm hoping that they are still interested. Both of them were very, very understanding. I was happy to get these back because these actually went through EIS. So I had to retrieve them from the facility before they went through inspection. He told me that the guy that I talked to told me that they probably pass inspection. They don't really look at what you send. So that would have been unfortunate, but yeah. So I'm happy to get those back. But if you guys ever have an issue where you switch up orders, normally what you can do is you can intercept the package, which means you go onto USPS's site. I don't know how you do it with UPS or FedEx. I've never had to do it with them, but you can actually pay $15 and they'll stop the package at the next facility and they'll return it to you. But since this went through EIS, I couldn't, so I had to go directly through EIS to be able to get it taken care of, and that was a little bit of trouble there. All right, next up. So these were all my hits from 750 Pokemon Go packs. Recently picked up a lot of Pokemon Go packs because there's a guy who's selling them for pretty cheap right now, and they actually come in these sealed distributor cases of 750 packs, which is kind of cool. I've never seen that before. And I'm gonna just run through everything that come from those 750 packs. My mom, as she went, she sorted them. I told her to just put them all in the same stack. That would have been nice not to have them sorted, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So we had 4 of the Alt Art Conkeldurr Vs. Only had 2 regular art, full art Alolan Executor Vs. Got egg incubators. There's some lore modules. Had 4 of the Alt Art Mewtwo Vs. And there's some Mewtwo V stars, regular Mewtwo's. I guess we just hit the best card, but you guys can kind of see all the different hits we get from about 750 packs or so. There's the Rainbow Rares. Got the Melmetal VMAXs, got plenty of those. Didn't have too many Rainbow Rares. I think there was 1 or 2 that only had 1 of. Maybe it was 2. All I know is I couldn't make more than 2 of the master sets. I thought there was 1 that I only may have had 1 for, but maybe I'm thinking of a different set. I think if it was one of those trainers that we zipped through. Here's the Dragonite Vs. Here's all the Radiants. The Radiants had pretty good pull rates. What was that 3, 6, 9, 12? Said like 13 of the Blastoise, and then there's some Melmetal Vs. A lot of stuff that I probably can't make the money back on, but I just want to see what it was like, so I hadn't opened up that many packs just straight from one of those cases. All right, next up we have a consignment. So this one right here, we have a Politoed from Skyridge in Gem Mint 10. CS17. This consignment also has a couple of Elite Trainer boxes, and wasn't going to take these, but you can see right there, $39.99. He didn't mention this, but if you look at it, it says Power Up members get 2x points for Pro or whatever. And then it's got like this little tag up here on the top, and this one right here doesn't have one at all. Like there's no sticker on it. And the reason I thought that was a little bit more significant because he actually had where he bought it from GameStop, and you can see right there how this one's $39.99, and then there was a promo that got the other one for half off. So I'm thinking that this one was probably the one that you got for the full price of $39.99, and then these are the ones that were just kind of stuck in the back for the promo where you'd get half off. And I could be completely wrong on that, but everything seems to match up pretty well. He said he was the one who bought it, and so here's the actual receipt for it. Definitely going to make some good returns on that. He did send one other item, which I am going to open up and verify this. It's similar to what we did the other day. We have this Lily and Cosmog box. And then after this, we do have one more thing to show. I'm going to show you guys a crossover that I did through CGC from BGS. But we're going to open this up. It's going to be pretty similar to the last one. We're just coming here, I'm going to just open up the side. We're going to pull it out. Try to keep everything smooth as possible. Although the plastic is really gummy. If I can get it. Let's pull this thing down there. There we go. So there's that little seal. So try to pop it off. And get it out of here. Man, it's sucking the plastic through. You see that? It's like airtight. Which I might try to see if I can flip it around too. Pull this up just a little bit so you guys aren't just like super zoomed in on it. There we go. Alright, so everything's looking good so far. There's that deck box. There's the packs. The packs, I'm seeing those look just fine. There's the promo. If anybody's looking to buy this and want to check out the centering, it's really all you can kind of tell from that. I guess last time we could have did that. Most people are buying it for the the lily, I imagine. There's the sleeves. Alright, so feel confident about that. Get these out. Yeah, there's nothing down in there. Okay, cool. That's all we're doing with that. Nothing too fancy. Just verifying it, showing you guys how I do that. And I'm gonna do something that may or may not be a good idea because how tight this is. I'm actually gonna flip this around so that seal doesn't show on the top. See if I can do this on camera. Relatively on camera anyways. There we go. Almost got it. There we go. Main reason was because I had cut this top side, and now when I put the seals back on it, it'll be on the other three sides. That way it just displays a little bit better. I'm going to try to get this well centered. May end up fast forwarding through this part just a little bit if it ends up taking too long. I think most people looking to buy this to open it, but in case you want to display it, we'll still make that an option. I was really surprised at how well those Yu-Gi-Oh boxes did. They did pretty close to the previous sale price of fully sealed boxes. Alright, so let's get this back in there. Alright, so I'm going to lift this up way much higher. I'm going to try to put this on the end. Do it with it standing up so I get a little bit tighter seal on it. And I realize this stuff could probably it's probably kind of boring for some of you guys, but it's really more just for documentation. The buyer or the seller ever wants to go back and kind of look at it and just see what was done. Check the seals. Because I don't have a very expensive heat sealing machine like PWCC or anybody like that. But I do also want people to know if they buy it that it has been checked. Alright, so there it is. So you'll see that is your verified Lily and Cosmog box. Put that one off to the side. And now last but not least, I have two cards that I sent to CGC. This one you can see was crossed over. This one was not. This one was rejected. And if you look at the back side, it looks, I don't know how well you guys can see it through. You can looking through the lens, you got the light, you got the case, And but the backside's actually really nice. The front right here, you can see right here is DC. I assume that stands for Don't Cross. And it says surface dent near stamp, and it puts a circle. I didn't realize they actually told me, why it did not cross. And I'm like, okay, I don't remember a dent, but so let's go look at it. I'll pull this off here. And I don't know if you guys can see it. I got to make sure I remember. It was really small, but it definitely was there. Well, I'm going to put this light on it, try to get on as best as I can, because this doesn't zoom but so much. But there is a very, very, it's like super small dent to the top left, like between, angled up from the E and the D along where the yellow border is. It's very hard to see from the camera angle, so we're not going to spend too much time on that. But it is. It's like right there, and I see why it did not cross. So whoever looked at this was definitely looking at it with pretty deep scrutiny, because I didn't even know it was there before. And you can see the previous, I have it 9 centering, edges 9.5, surface 9.5, corners 10. So the back did look pretty good. I would have put the centering pretty good. I don't know if it's a 9, but it is off a little bit. But it's not off too bad. I think it had the option, or it still could make it to a 10, and that was the only reason it didn't make it to a 10 at BGS. But I see why with CGC they marked down the surface to a 9.5, because it was like a very small surface dent there. Now this one right here, this one was also a BGS 9.5, and it did cross to the 10. We had the Blastoise 4 position only. This one pulled off the Gem Mint 10, so I was happy with that. These were the only 2 that I sent in. I was not expecting any of the other BGS cards that I have a 9.5 to have a shot at crossing over to the Gem Mint 10, but this one failed and this one passed. I see why this one failed. But I'm actually, I hadn't did this before in case with the other companies. I assume PSA or BGS they do something similar, but I was happy that it actually showed, why it did not pass for the cross service. So I was pleased with that, and I agree after seeing what I saw there. Because at first I was like, I would have expected this one to cross before this one to cross. Like if I was going to say, what was going to pass, I was thinking that this one would get the 10 and this one would not. However, this one crossed and this one didn't. But I see why this one did not. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the crossover service, or if you know anything about how PSA or BGS does their crossover. Do they give you an explanation of why it did not cross when they do something like that? And yeah, I hope to see you guys in some of these auctions. And let me know what you think about the pulls from Pokemon Go. Do you think I'm going to make back $2 per pack off of what I pulled there? Or do you think that I just wasted a lot of money opening up those booster packs?